Hi friends. So as promised, today's video is going to be about an update on weight loss and GLP1 meds like Wegovy, Ozempic is one of them. Mounjaro is also one, which is now Zepbound. So if you don't want to hear about those kinds of things, you can exit now. If you do want to hear about them, stay here and we will get into it. Okay, those of you who have stayed want to hear about it. So if you've been here on this channel for the last 9 years, it's been spotty. Yeah, updates are random and rogue. It used to be me and my best friend Krista, and we are ladies of a certain stature, curvy, if you will. We're both working in the beauty industry. I'm a hairstylist, she's a makeup artist. And over the years, we're into fashion, we're into all those things. We've struggled with that because it's hard if you're a size 14, 16, 18 and up to find clothes that are cute and trendy and that you feel good in. With that being said, last year, actually my wife was the first one to start taking Wegovy. My wife, Kelly, has always been fit, like slim and fit. She had our daughter in 2019 and at 39. So she was taking fertility drugs and, being older and having a baby later in life, she gained like 50 pounds and she couldn't lose it. And I'm talking, she went to the gym every day. Not right away, obviously. We went into the panini right after that. But for a year, she was every day, 5 days a week, getting up at 6, going to the gym, working out. And she just couldn't lose any weight. And she was getting really upset because she felt really like out of her, anybody would feel out of their element. You gain 50 pounds, it's hard. But she's also more androgynous, so she felt very womanly, and it was like really upsetting to her. So she talked to the doctor and they decided to have her try that, thinking that she may have had some insulin resistance, due to the fertility drugs and whatnot. Well, when she got on it, she lost weight quick because she has other issues that we didn't think about, like digestive wise. She has like some stomach stuff going on. So these medications will make you sick in some capacity. And when I say sick, I mean like running to the bathroom, coming out both ends. You need to learn how to eat on them, and that's a learning curve. But she also has like IBS and other issues. So she was like, couldn't eat. Okay, that's not a good thing. Nobody wants that. So it took her a while to adjust to it, but she's now thinner than she was when we first met, which is, she's thin for her. So she has stopped taking it. So she started taking it last February. So almost a year. And she lost about 75 pounds, which is crazy. So once I saw that it was working for her, I was like, hey, now I want to try that too. So I started taking Wegovy in June. Now, I do have insulin resistance. I have no thyroid. So if you have thyroid issues, as you've probably seen on the commercials, I did not have the thyroid cancer that they mention. And I also do not actually have one. And we are monitoring me for anything that could happen, because I guess in some lab testing on rats, it caused some thyroid growth, like tumors, whatever. I don't even have one in my body. So my doctor and I decided that it was worth taking a risk and, taking this medication. So since June, and I do want to be clear that I started taking an antidepressant last year as well in like March. Taking the antidepressant, which I take Effexor, led to me losing 10 pounds. Just my mental health was better. And let me state, I've been heavier in my life. I'm not talking about my current weight, but that weight that I started at, which was about 225. I've been heavier than that in my life, but my normal rests around 218, 215. That's like my normal, like me not trying, me not being crazy. I'm not sedentary. I've been a hairstylist for 20 years. So that I'm not sitting down, and I have a 4-year-old. So for the last 4 years, I've been not sitting down as well. So I don't lead a sedentary lifestyle, just to get that out of the way. Do I go to the gym? Yes, I do. Do I go the way my wife does? No, I do not. I kind of go when I feel like it. And in the summer, I walk and I'm, doing that. Do I expect to weigh 130 pounds? No, that's not my goal, right? So anyways, So the antidepressant helped my mental health to get in a place where I could be like, okay, I need to do something for myself. So then I went to my doctor in June that last year, got on Wegovy. Now, the beginning doses of Wegovy, semaglutide, Ozempic, Mounjaro, Zepbound, those are all GLP1s. Very hard to get the early doses because a lot of people are trying to get it right now. So I've had since June several times where I missed doses for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks because insurance stuff and like just trying, the medication was backordered. So I can't say that I've been taking it every week since June because I haven't. And actually right now our insurance just changed and I now have to meet my deductible before they will cover it. So I have one shot left and I skipped a couple weeks and then I don't know when I'm going to get it again. So right now, as of yesterday, I weigh 185 pounds. Now for me, I'm 5'8". I just fit into a size 14 jeans. But on top, this is a large. So I typically wore like this is from Old Navy. So like Old Navy and Target, I would wear like an extra large usually. But now I can confidently just, if it's a dress or a shirt, I can just buy a large and not even try it on, which is great because that's never happened in my whole life. But the way I'm shaped is I'm tall with long arms, long legs, and a gut. I've described myself before as not the shape of pants and also as a tomato on stilts. So body shape comes into that. So like Krista and I weigh like around the same right now. She's half the size of her. She's like disappeared. We're just shaped so different that she can fit in a 12. She's shorter than me. And I'm like, what the hell? It's because she doesn't carry her weight there. She carries it like here. Like it's just got the boobies and I don't have that, so, okay. I'm rambling because it's a lot. So this is the first time in my life and for Krista that we are losing weight easily. Never in my life. Even when I was calorie counting, which I've done many times in my life, the weight loss was excruciatingly hard. And I'm not talking, I wanted to be ripped. I was always just like, I need to lose 20 pounds so I feel comfortable. I'm very comfortable with who I am. I think I'm beautiful. Like, I don't have those kind of self-esteem problems. But when your clothes start to feel tight and you just start to feel not yourself, for me, it makes me happier to be able to go into a store and put clothes on and not worry about it because I love getting dressed up. I mean, I'm a hairstylist and I'm a real estate agent. So I get dressed up often and I love going out on dates. And for me, that makes me happy. If that is not your thing and you're good, whatever, you do what you need to do for yourself. But I just wanted to come on here because I had a few people ask me about what I'm doing. So Wegovy, more protein in my diet. Like I focus on that first. Like I have, usually in the morning, I have yogurt because it helps with the stomach stuff, kind of, And then I might have a small like snack for lunch. I'm going to be honest, I don't eat lunch. And I was always a I don't eat breakfast person, but now I'm like, I eat something for breakfast and I don't really eat lunch. I have a snack, which I've been bringing with me when I go into my office or if I'm just at home. I have like, those cottage cheese doubles. Sounds like a lot of dairy. I don't have dairy issues, but it's protein for me and it's stuff I like. So I'm going to get the stuff that I know I'm going to eat and I know doesn't upset my stomach. And then I get like those little snack packs. I have like cheese and nuts and like dried fruit and I'll have some of that. So I find myself eating smaller things earlier in the day. And then dinner is hard for myself and my wife. We eat way less for dinner. And one of the biggest things, no alcohol. Now, during the pandemic, we thought we were mixologists and we were like, let's have a home bar and like, mixing all our drinks. And we tended to use alcohol as a way to relax and a way to like cope with everything that was going on. So honestly, one drink every 2 weeks might be happening. And that's like crazy for me. Not that we were like going to town, but like, we'd like to go out and have drinks at dinner or open a bottle of wine on a Friday night. We don't want it and it doesn't make us feel good. So that's a lot of calories that you're not consuming. And, when you get a little tipsy, you might get a little snacky, so it's kind of like goes hand in hand. And honestly, like we were probably drinking too much for, whatever, like it's not good for you. I still like a martini. I still like a glass of wine. I know summer's coming and we go camping and we hang out outside and we are more social. So we'll see how it goes. But usually it's like one and I'm like, mm-mm. So I will tell you a couple of my horror stories before I leave, and then you can leave all of any other questions I haven't answered, because my brain, I'll talk about insurance too. My brain is everywhere. There was one time where I had some clients in my studio. I do work out of my house now as a hairstylist, and they come from Ann Arbor, so there was no way I'm going, which is like an hour away from Detroit, that I was going to cancel them. I wasn't feeling that great, and then I hadn't eaten, and they come at like noon, and sometimes that's a thing, like I'll be very nauseous until I eat a little something. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to eat a little something. It was right before they got here. I got downstairs, they come together with their friends, I'm putting the color on one of them, the other one's waiting, I'm going to cut her in between, and I was like, you know what, I just need a minute, so I put the color on. I was like, I'll cut you after her, and they were fine with that, with their schedule. I was like, I'm just going to go take a minute. I come back downstairs after her color processed, I'm like shampooing her at the bowl, and I was like, I gotta go. I had to run for my life, because it just wasn't sitting right, and it slows down your digestive system. So if I had eaten too much 2 days before or whatever, that was in my stomach still. And that doesn't always happen, but it can happen, just so you know. If you eat too much and your stomach hasn't moved it through you, you'll get rid of it. Yeah, it's not fun. But that's part of the learning curve, right? So now I'm like terrified. I'd never eat before a client. I'm just like, nope, I'm going to barf. So that, and then I've had some bouts of like, something has irritated me, and I've spent a minute in the bathroom, but that's only been like about 4 times for me. Krista had her gallbladder removed, and that all hell broke loose. So being on the medication and having her gallbladder removed, she like had a very rough couple months. But okay, let's get to the insurance. Mine was covered completely. If you do not have insurance that covers it, it is like $1,200 a month, and that is not anything I'm ever going to pay for, right? That's ridiculous. And what I get really angry about is that if you're overweight, what is the first thing a doctor says to you? You need to lose weight. Oh, but here's this drug that you can't afford. Or, and it's like, I already know working out and eating less. I already know that. I've already done that. Again, my expectations were never to be like, I don't care to be like ripped or anything like that. I just wanted to be less fat. That was my goal, less fat. So now that my insurance has changed, I have to meet a $4,000 deductible. Well, my family, before our prescriptions are covered, and it's real annoying, and it wasn't our choice, and it's the company that my wife works for, and everybody hates it. So right now, I'm not gonna lie, we are both slightly anxious about being off the medication for a couple months, because they say you can regain. I've seen that people don't regain, like, I don't know. So now we're gonna be more focused on our movement and our diet and see where we end up. But yeah, I just wanted to give an update. So I've lost about almost 40 pounds, 38, 40 pounds in less than a year, which to me, like, has never happened in my life. And it makes me happy. It really does, because I just want to feel good about myself. And that is something I've struggled with my whole life. And while I do have great confidence, because like, listen, I get on stage, I don't care what weight I'm at, I play in a band, I live my life, I wear a bathing suit, I don't care, but like, I'll be honest, like, I feel better. So if you're interested in it and you've struggled your whole life and you have an endocrine problem, like I have insulin resistance, I have no thyroid, which means I have like no working metabolism, then talk to your doctor. And if you have good insurance, you could be covered. There are coupons out there from the manufacturer, but still I'm not paying $500 a month. So we'll see. I guess I'll give you guys an update when we get closer into the spring and see if I've gotten my medication or not, and if my weight has changed and what I've been doing. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Again, leave your questions in the comments down, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, friends.